With a little over a month left for Fortnite Chapter 5 to end, I think right now is a perfect time for me to make this video. Hello everybody, Flying Gorilla here, and in today's video we're going to be going over a couple of things that I would love to see for Fortnite Chapter 6. If that sounds interesting to you, make sure to stick around to the very end, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, that'd be very much appreciated. Without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? The first thing that I would like to see for Fortnite Chapter 6 is more of a Fortnite feeling map if I gotta be completely honest, man. I personally think that Chapter 5 had the worst map out of all of them, which really sucks because this map was really cool. But compared to the rest, man, this shit flopped, especially towards the later seasons. For Season 1 and 2, the map really wasn't that bad, but for Season 3, oh man. And then Season 4, oh man, bro, Jesus Christ. My main gripe with this map is that it does not feel like a Fortnite map. It honestly feels like more of a Warzone map out of everything, which really sucks because like we just came from a, Fortnite OG, and to go from Fortnite OG to this, of course people are not gonna mess with it as much because we literally came back from Chapter 1 to this, and it's like it just did not feel like Fortnite if I gotta be completely honest, man. Do I think this map is all bad? No. And honestly, the reason why I did not enjoy this map so much is because majority of the POIs on this map fucking blew dick. For example, Reckless Railways, Ritzy Rivera, Pleasant Piazza, fucking Grand Glacier. That place has stayed in the map for this whole chapter, and it sucked so much ass! I genuinely do not understand how and why they kept that fucking place.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would. But I legally can't. But I've considered it.
And don't even get me started on places like Redline Rig, bro. This place was a piece of shit on release, and it's still a piece of shit. I don't understand who the fuck designed this shit. This shit sucks. Just overall, the POIs for this map were really fucking weak. Like, genuinely really weak. And I just hope to God that Chapter 6 has more interesting POIs and much better POIs, honestly. Oh yeah, before I forget, don't even get me started with the desert biome for Season 3, man. This shit blew so much ass, it's not even fucking funny. This whole part of the map was ruined. They ruined my landing spot. I used to love landing at this little fucking mansion in the bottom part of the map. It was great. There was so much loot there. But then, guess what? They ruined it because they added some fucking fart dust to the bottom of the fucking map. And holy shit, if I gotta be completely real here, man, this part of the map fucking blew ass. Snooty steppers turned into sandy steppers, and that shit sucked. I mean, Snooty already sucked to begin with, but now it's just even worse. Redline Rig, again, as I said before, is one of the worst POIs in Fortnite history, in my opinion. This shit just sucks. Like, why would anybody fucking land here? Even for Season 3, I thought that this shit sucked. But, like, I don't know. And then you have Megalodon's penis ship, and like, bro, this shit also just sucked. I was really excited whenever this thing first got announced, because I was like, oh shit, is that about to be the Shark 2.0? You guys remember the Shark from Chapter 2? Yeah, it's about to be that. No, not even fucking close, man. This shit was fucking dog ass. Again, I just really hope that for Chapter 6, they end up having more creative POIs and more Fortnite feeling POIs, honestly, because these POIs weren't it, man. For part number 2, I kind of just hope that this chapter is a little bit more grounded and more original. I feel like for this chapter, Epic heavily relied on collaborations and just a bunch of gimmicky items. I'm more so talking about Season 3 and Season 4. I don't really need to explain why Season 3 was extremely gimmicky. I mean, just look at the fucking gameplay. It was literally all car. You know, it was a car gameplay. It's like, if I wanted to play a car game, I'll just play fucking Twisted Metal. Thank you very much. But then you had Season 4, don't get me wrong, I really liked Season 4 at the start, but then they just kept nerfing and nerfing and nerfing the living shit out of the jetpack, which was the only good mobility item of the season, and eventually they even took the shit out, and it's just like, this season feels weird without that shit, man, if I gotta be completely honest here. I just kinda hate how gimmicky these last 2 seasons have felt. I'm more of a grounded type of guy. I enjoyed Season 1 and 2 a lot more, even though Season 2 has some crazy shit like the Avatar airbending shit. But that was still not that bad compared to Season 3 and 4, in my opinion. My favorite chapter of Fortnite is Chapter 4 because honestly, it was kind of a golden chapter. It was really grounded. and it really focused on weapon gameplay, and it was just really fucking fun. So I just personally hope that they end up going for a more grounded type of chapter, just like chapter 4. And honestly, if I gotta be completely real here, man, random comparison here, this Marvel chapter compared to the first one was kind of cheeks. Like, this shit had so much potential, because the original Marvel Mythics were in the files for this chapter, but they never came out. Ever. I was thinking that they were gonna maybe make like a game mode for it, but no. They never came out with it. And maybe they got scared because they saw how much people hated Season 3 and they never ended up putting these gimmicky items in Season 4. But honestly, this would have helped Season 4 if I gotta be completely honest. Because all that we got for Season 4 Marvel related was Iron Man's fucking auto-aim pistols and Doctor Doom as Thanos, pretty much. I mean, we got Shuri's claws, but that's like mediocre as shit, so I don't know. Don't get me wrong though, I did enjoy the season. It just kind of got a little bit too gimmicky for the last two, so yeah, I just kind of hope that they lay back on the gimmicky items. I'm not a big fan of those. And for part number 3, I would honestly love to see the augments from chapter 4 back in chapter 6. They were just really fun and really good to use, especially for the first 2 seasons. But then by the end of the chapter, Epic kind of nerfed them to the ground because, I don't know, they just thought they were too broken, which is like, why would you do that? So as long as they don't do that again, we'll be good. You know what I mean? I really do miss the augments. I really wish that they were in chapter 5 because I feel like they would have definitely made a very big difference. But they ended up scrapping the concept in total. They were supposed to be in chapter 5, but they never ended up adding it, which sucks. Because they would, you know, make every single game that you play feel a little bit more unique. Because, like, oh shit. It's basically like building a build for like a game or like a character or some shit. It was dope. You could go for like a build where your pistol was like the best gun in the fucking game. And you get a mythic pistol and your reload would be shorter or some shit. It was honestly awesome. Something else that I would like to see back in chapter 6 again is weapon benches. Benches? Weapon modding benches. But hopefully this time they actually do something with them. Because that was the main gimmick of chapter 5, that and the whole bullet travel system. And they did not do shit with the weapon bench system, bro. They updated that shit once in season 2. And they gave us like a thermal scope. And that was it. And then after that update, they pretty much left that feature to die. They didn't do anything with it at all. They were supposed to be updated, and it showed new weapon augments in the files. Like, we were supposed to have like, I think, fire bullets or some shit. Like, it would have been fucking dope, especially for season 3. They could have given us like anti-vehicle rounds. You know what I mean? Like, they do less damage to players, but they do more damage to cars. I feel like that would have been one of the best nerfs to cars possible, and it wouldn't have ruined that season that badly, you know what I mean? Because you are trading off less damage on people for more damage on cars, which is fucking dope. This kind of sucks that they just left this feature to die, and they never updated it ever again. Because this shit had a lot of potential, and I hope that this shit gets added back to season 6, or chapter 6, I mean. Because it had a lot of potential, and I would love for them to actually do something with it this time. For part number 4. Now listen, this is honestly the most important part of this video. I mentioned it a little bit briefly on the last part, but for the love of God, make the guns hit scan again, bro. Please. Oh my god. I cannot stand this fucking bullet travel shit anymore. I really can't. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna say I loved it. I enjoyed it for season 1 and 2. But after season 3, bro, I just got tired of it. And majority of the people got tired of it too. Especially because Fortnite Reload came out. And that shit doesn't have hit scan weapons. It only has like hit scan DMRs or maybe snipers and shit. And it's like, come on, man. Just add hit scan back. Don't get me wrong. I did not hate it for the first 2 seasons. I kind of enjoyed it for the first 2 seasons. But it got old very quick. It really did. Especially for weapons like the Stark rifle. This was supposed to be one of the best weapons to release this whole chapter. But they completely nerfed it by not making a hit scan. Which to me makes no fucking sense, by the way. And to me, this is what doesn't make sense. Last season, we had the Fallout 4 pulse rifle. which is essentially the same thing as a Stark rifle, right? And that gun was hit scan. But the Stark Industry rifle wasn't for some reason. Even though these are pretty much the same, except the Stark is much better. Well, much better in its prime, because they re-released this shit, and this shit is fucking garbage, bro. Like, there's genuinely no reason for you to ever pick up the Stark Industry rifle in this chapter. Like, this shit is so buns. But the worst part is that is literally the worst gun of this chapter so far. Why the fuck would anybody pick that up over the burst? You know, sure, does it do damage? Yes. But it's extremely hard to use and it's not fulfilling to use either. So please, for the love of God, add hit scan weapons back. Because honestly, no hit scan weapons for chapter 5 ruined a lot of the weapons for me, in my opinion. For example, the hand cannon, the drum gun. Like, these could have been so strong and I was so excited back in season 2 for these two. But they came out and I was like, wow, this is kind of a pile of shit. I don't think I'm gonna pick this up. And also, long range battles are fucking annoying to do now because they removed the snipers from, you know, season 4, and all we have now is that one pistol that Doctor Doom drops. And even then, it's hard for motherfuckers to hit people over like 100 meters with that shit. So, you know, just please, can we please add back hit scan, bro? Please, that's the main point of this video, man. For part number 5, I said this before in the video, but I kind of hope that they rely less on collaborations for this chapter, because I feel like chapter 5 was probably the most collabs we've ever seen in Fortnite history, and honestly, it's not a bad thing, right? I don't hate it, but I just hate how much they rely on that shit and how much of a crutch that shit really is for Epic. Whenever they don't know what to do for an update, they're like, you know what? Who's not in our game yet? You know what I mean? Which kind of sucks because I fell in love with Fortnite because I liked their original ideas, and I liked whenever they, you know, for example, whenever the Reaper came out, they didn't have, you know, the rights to John Wick yet, so they just made their own version. I kind of miss that about Fortnite, you know what I mean? Or how whenever the first superhero season came out, it was an Iron Man and all this other shit. It was parodies, you know? I miss more original shit like that, you know? But I think Fortnite has gotten to a point where it's so big that they're never gonna go back to that point, which kind of sucks. And again, I don't hate the collaborations, but I just don't like how much they rely on that shit, man, if I gotta be completely honest. Nothing wrong with them, it's just more of a personal thing, because I fell in love with Fortnite for Fortnite, not because Mrs. Incredible's fat ass is in the game now, or Shaquille O'Neal. Not that those are bad things, but it's like, I miss the originality that this game had. Now for the last part of the video, I really hope that they end up bringing back the Fortnite storyline for this chapter, just to make shit interesting again. Because again, if I gotta be completely honest, man, these live events have not been the same, and the game just, the whole storyline for the game has not been the same, like, ever since like chapter 2. You know what I mean? Like, there's not really a storyline anymore. Actually, no, I can't even say chapter 2, I can say chapter 3. Chapter 3 had a decent amount of storyline content on it, and it's like, that's one of the main things that Fortnite is lacking on nowadays, you know? I miss being excited for like live events and being excited for like random videos on YouTube being like, oh, new Fortnite storyline leaked or something like that, blah, 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 blah. I miss the 7, you know what I mean? Bring those motherfuckers back somehow. Because apparently chapter 6, I don't know if this is just rumors or like theories or some shit. Chapter 6 is like a mix of chapter 2 and 3 together or some shit. And if that's the case, please bring back the 7, bro. Please. Because all we have now is just Doctor Doom. You know what I mean? Which is not bad. Actually, we don't even have him now because he fucking died by a rift or some dog shit. So it's like, can we just please, really please bring back the Fortnite storyline, bro? Just make shit interesting again. Because that shit has been dead for like 2 years now. So can we just please make it cool again, please? Bonus part. I really hope that Epic Games kind of calms down with this whole metaverse shit, because as we can tell, it did not do that well. It really didn't. I mean, don't get me wrong, the first week, whenever Lego Fortnite was out, that shit was fucking thumbing, bro. That shit was going crazy. But nowadays, it's still doing better than Apex Legends, so I mean, I can't really complain about that. But stuff like Rocket Racing, bro, let that shit die. Just let that shit die, bro, please. To me, the worst part is that they're taking away people that were working on Battle Royale and they're putting them into smaller things like this. And it's like, I get it. Fortnite wants to be this metaverse, this game of games. But it's like, Epic kind of needs to remember that people like Fortnite because of Fortnite, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like Fortnite because I can sit here and play fucking Minecraft on it or some shit, or Skibbity Toilet Tycoon, or shitty Mario Kart on it. Like, no. I just kind of hope that they end up realizing that, hey, people mainly play this game for the Battle Royale side, right? Okay, let's maybe focus more on that instead of rocket racing. Let that shit die, you know what I mean? Lego and Fortnite Festival, they can stay. They're good, you know, but rocket racing, bye-bye. That's all I'm gonna say. Just let that shit die, bro. But that's pretty much the main things I would love to see for Chapter 6. I might be leaving a couple things out because my memory's fucking horrible. But if you stuck around to the very end, I really do appreciate you. Like, thank you very much, you sexy, sexy human being. And I know this video is a little bit negative, but I only get negative with this game because I love it so much. I genuinely do. This is like the only multiplayer game that I like, the only battle royale game that I like and that I can stand, honestly. And I just want to see this game do the best that it could possibly, you know, be the best that it can possibly be, bro. I love this shit. This and Deadlock are like the only two multiplayer games that I like. Everything else is fucking dog shit. Again, thank you very much for watching this video and sticking out to, oh my god. Again, thank you very much for watching this video and sticking to the very end. I really do appreciate you. I hope you have a great day and God bless you. Bye bye.